Murders, missions and midnight meetings. Yes, with a new year comes a new season of The Traitors. Wasn't it great? And with an all-female trio of traitors, the levels of deceit are already seeming way higher than ever. I mean, they have started high. The time to talk is now. I mean, how gripping was that? Kelly, you must have seen it last night, right?
Yeah, I mean, I love Traitors. I think the last year with Diane Ross combination was like amazing. They've got to do a lot to bring that. But it's funny, because I think last year had a lot of male dominance in the Traitors, so it's really interesting that they picked 3 females. I wonder how that's going to go. But it's when you see Claudia, like, sort of going around slow-mo round, and you're just thinking, oh, they're going to attack me, don't attack me. But they seem to want to be it, and it's almost like the game plans are already embedded. They've so ruthless already. As soon as you see them, you just think they're all gunning for you. Doesn't matter who they are. They're all like, yeah, I've got it, da-da-da. And I love the fact that, you know, even from seeing this bit, we've almost got a sense of some of their personalities.
It's like an episode 5. Episode 1 was like an episode 5. Wasn't it? It's like we have hit the floor.
Like,
so
the evolution of the show itself, like moving into this series, it's like it's evolved. So even if they did come in with game plans, it's almost useless. Because they've changed the programming and how it's going to work. Even the end being so different, like you're actually not going to know even if the traitor gets evicted.
But there's all these undercover stories that they're coming in. Yeah, the priest took off her dog collar. I was like, they're already getting their game faces so prepared for the reveals.
The best one is there's a girl in there who's pretending to be Welsh, talking to a Welsh girl. And she's putting on the accent.
Is it good, though,
how long can you keep that? No, not how long can you keep that up for?
She's already losing the Welsh accent. I've noticed a few drops of the accent.
Apparently one of the traitors are called Linda.
I was just going to say.
She's like this, Linda. She'll be rubbish at keeping it secret.
You would be actually
rubbish,
hands
honestly.
down the worst traitor. I mean, you don't think you could, do you, Linda?
No, I couldn't. No way. Even when I did the jungle, I told everyone I weren't supposed to.
So do you think you would actually, if you were in this pretend scenario, if you were put in the place of being a traitor, would you come back and say, Sinatra, I'm a traitor? Would you tell me, or would you not?
I will probably get you on my side and go, we'll work together.
You'd already start today.
I'd already start, yeah.
How about you guys? Like, in general, of course, I think the reason people love this show is because it's everything you can't really do in real life. You're not allowed to do what you do in Traitors in society.
I'll just like seeing what Claudia's wearing every time. She comes out with the most amazing outfit.
But in the whole deceit, sort of everybody loving seeing like that, it's like a double life, isn't it? People are just so intrigued by it. Do you think you, in general, more towards being a faithful or a traitor?
Yeah, I'm not really ruthless in that way. I couldn't really be deceitful and, like, not tell everyone. I think I'd be useless. I'd have to, if I was going to play that game, I would have to be a faithful because I'd be useless. You'd see right through me. But in terms of being ruthless, I am ruthless in business. So when I've got my business head on, you know, if I want the best deal for my client, I'm going for it, and I'm quite ruthless in that way. But in terms of being deceitful, that's kind of where I draw the line. Like, I couldn't have done what Harry did in season 2. I could not have done that.
No, that takes a lot of guts. But it's paid off, and I think that's the thing. It's about whether you can truly believe no one's going to hold a grudge afterwards. Because I think in real life, it's about living with the consequences of making that ruthless or deceitful decision. Like, can you live with yourself after you've been that treacherous? And I don't know. I think as a competitive sports person, you probably have more balls. Pardon the pun.
I think it's a personality trait for people to be that ruthless. I couldn't do it, so I'm really competitive. But I'm not ruthless, and I think you have to live with what you have done and said, because you've got to be so cutthroat, and that comes across with some people. So, like you mentioned Harry last year, I couldn't believe what he did to Molly right at the end. He befriended her, flirted with her, and even to her face said it's all right. And then she lost everything and he won it. And I think when you come out of there, no one's going to believe you, trust you, you're the biggest liar.
You are truly exposed. But that is the name of the game, isn't it? And it was so compelling. I mean, we all remember remember that series for that ending. You can't write stuff like that. It's like they naturally thought to do that. So this year they've got so much to live up to, and I dream that I would be a good traitor, but I think that's why I'm an actor, because I'm a better actor to be a traitor than I'd be awful. I'd possibly be as bad as you, Linda.
Yeah, probably.
I don't think, unless there was a gun to my head, I don't know whether I could actually be.
It's worrying being that deceitful, though, isn't it? Knowing someone can be that deceitful. I'm sure there is in real life.
But I think at the end of the day, they see it as a game. And so they don't see it as them being themselves. They see it as them playing the game. Because when Harry came out, he was on here, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And he said that, you know, he was playing the game. He felt awful, but at the same time, it was about winning that money, and that was what they were going for.
I know.
I like the priest. I think she had a great line where she went, "I'm a priest, but I'm not a saint."
Meaning,
here we go.
I can do a lot. I mean, they've started us off. We are waiting for what happens next.
There
There is going to be a lot.